Hi everyone, I am Balaji Chippada and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In continuation of our SQL series, in this video, we will understand a very important topic called joins. Most probably, we will talk about inner join in this video, and moving forward, we will understand the different types of joins that are present inside SQL and how they operate. So, without any delay, let's get started. So, before moving into learning joins, let's understand why do we need joins. So in the starting videos we have learned about table normalization, right? So what does this mean? In a nutshell, if you have a very big table, the goal is to break it down into smaller tables. Let's say I want to break it down into three tables such that it follows 1NF, 2NF and 3NF rules, and it is called a table normalization technique that we use inside SQL databases that we have understood in detail about in this video called table normalization. You can go and check that video out if you have any queries. Now that we have the data in multiple tables, and if I want to retrieve the data which is combined information of multiple tables, so how can I do it? That is where joins comes into picture. As the name suggests, join is basically connecting multiple tables. You can connect as many tables as possible, but in this video we will learn how to connect two different tables to get the desired output, and moving forward in the later videos we will also learn about multiple joins in a single query as well. Now let's understand the need from this IMDb dataset. And we have seen that we have a table called movies, in which I have ID, which is a movie ID, and the name of the movie, and then the year it got released, and what is the rank score. And we have one more table called movies genre, in which I have movie ID, which is the connection between these two tables, and also I have genre. So let's say if some person comes and asks you this question, get me all movies and their corresponding genre of each movie. So how can you do it? So to achieve this task, we need to find the movies and the corresponding genre. And we have known that movies is a table in which we have the names and the year and rank score, and genre is present in another table called movies genre. So if I have to get this information, then I would have to join these two data sets. And how can I join? We have seen that in movies we have a column called ID, and in genre we have a column called movie ID, and by joining these two columns I can get the desired output, and we will understand the working of this output in detail in a bit. So let's understand this query. Select m dot name g dot genre from my table called movies, and here I am passing a alias name. You have learned about this in the previous videos, right? Instead of doing a alias name for a column, I am doing alias for a table itself, and I am doing a keyword called join. This is very important, we will understand in a bit. And I have another table called movies genre, and I'm giving a alias name as g. And then what I am saying is, this is another keyword which is really important. I am saying join on the ID column and the movie ID column, and I'm doing a limit of 20. If you see here, I am putting an alias names for these two tables, right? That is why I am providing these names here. I will explain these in detail, just give me a minute. So let's say I have a movies table, and consider this as a movies table, and I'm giving a alias name as M. And let's assume it has a column called ID, and then we have a column called name, and we have the other columns, let's say rank score and the year as well. And we have another table in which we have two columns, let's assume, and this is movie ID and then genre, and I'm calling this as G. I'm giving a alias names, right? Now let's take some example data as well. Let's say I have my movie ID 1 and the name is N1, and I have the other information here. Let's forget about those. And I have movie ID 2 and the name is N2, movie ID 3 and the name is N3. Now in my genres table, I have movie ID 1 and then it is of genre 1. And it is also possible that I have the same movie ID belonging to another genre as well, because a movie can be of multiple genres. And then I might have 2 and genre 3 and I might have a record 3 and genre 4. Let's assume like this. So I'm doing a join on m.id equal to g.movie id. So what this is, I am checking for the column of id from the table m onto the movie id column from table g, and because this and this is a match, in the output I get 1 from the m.id table. So to specify the column names, this is an id column from the table m, right? So this is basically m.id, and then this is a movie id column from a table called g. I will say g dot movie id. Let's assume like this. So I will get 1, and let's say I want to get m.name, and I will get n1, and I will also get g dot genre, and I will get here G2 because this is my first record, right? I have a connection of 1 from this table to this table, and I have a genre as G2, and this also has a connection in the second record as well, right? So I will get 1 here. This is m.id, and m.movie id, this is 1, and then movie name I get n1, and then genre I get G1, and next it will go to the second record. It will check for 2, and this 2 is matching here, and we have having this data here, and then movie name is n2 and genre is g3, and the next record we have 3 and 3 and m3 and g4. So this is how you get the output when you do a join. By looking at this table, I can say movie of name n1 is of genre g2, and it also belongs to genre g1. So that is where join will help you, and we need to always pass this on parameter on which columns we want to do a join on. And whenever you are using this alias names, then you have to assign the alias names during your select statement. I will just delete all of this and go back to our SQL query. Now let's understand this completely. So I am selecting m dot movie name, g dot genre. I'm selecting only two columns. You can select as many columns as you can. Here you can do select star as well. It's up to you. From movies, I'm giving a alias name as m, join movies genre alias name as g, on my columns in which I want to do a join on, and limit is optional here. You can use it or you don't need to use it. So m and g are alias names, and by default this is called a natural join and inner join. We will also understand about outer join, left join and right join in the next videos, but let's stick to it right now. So let's execute this query onto your SQL workbench and let's understand the output. Let me execute this, and if you see, I got the output. Now let's understand this. So if you see, this is a movie called $10,000 Under a Pillow. This belongs to multiple genres: animation, comedy and short. And we have one more movie called $1,000 Reward. It is of western genre. So likewise we get for every movie what are its genres, and we got this information by doing a join operation on multiple tables. Hopefully you understood the complete essence of join. Now let's go back to this, and there is this another concept called natural join. Let's understand this. Let's say I have a table and I will call it as T1. I have another table, I will call it as T2, and let's assume I have C1 here and C2 here and C1 here and C3 here. And if I want to join these two, I can join on C1 and C1. So how will I do it? Select star. We will understand about star in a bit. From T1 join T2, because I'm not providing any alias names, I will do T1 dot C1 equal to T2 dot C1 because we have the same column name. So I can do this, or there is a better way of doing this. If you have the same column names, that is where select star from T1 join T2. So when you do this, by default it is going to take the common column that is present between these two tables, and on top of that it will do this operation for you. Or if let's say you have one more column called C3 here, now the SQL will get confused on which column I have to do the operation, and in that case you can do using, you can specify the particular column, and these two you can only use if both of the tables are having same column names. If the column names are different, then you would have to resort to this technique, and if the column names are same, you can do these things. And if I do star, so what it is going to return you is C1, C2, C3, because all the columns from both of these tables, it will give you the return statement. If you select specific columns, it will give you the specific columns only after the join, and if you don't specify the columns, it is going to get you all the columns from the all the tables. And that's all for this video, guys. We have learned about what are joins, why do we need joins, how to do joins using multiple tables and using multiple columns that you can join on, and we have also seen a natural join in which the column names are same, how you can do the joins on these two tables. If you learned something new from this video, a sub to the channel would be appreciated, and click that bell icon to get notified daily. And in the moving videos, we will learn about the other types of join, and we will meet in the next video. Bye bye.